Hey guys, so welcome back to Literal TV where we are literally I need to like figure that out still, I need to figure out the intro. But I want to talk to you guys first. So basically today, it's the first time I'm ever doing a video like this, just face cam, just talking to you guys. I'm gonna obviously do some cuts in there because I yap, I do my ums and ahs. So you're gonna have you're not gonna have raw dog Travis today. That's crazy. But yeah, this is my first time doing this, and today we're going to be talking about why the Traitors season 3 is peak. Now, some of you may not watch the Traitors US. You may be here for Traitors UK. So I want to give like a non-spoiler thing before we do spoilers, basically, because I want to put people on, and I also want to talk about why this is such a good season to people who have seen it. Just have a little yap about it, talk about this fun season that's going on right now. The season's only halfway through currently, but I'm getting a good idea of what the season's going to be like towards the end, just from like the season so far. So yeah, we're going to talk about the main things. First, we'll do the non-spoiler, then we'll get into spoiler. Alright, so like for non-spoiler, honestly, I'm going to be completely real. It does hinge a lot on reality TV casting, casting people from these shows that people like. And I understand for some people, it's the whole celebrity casting thing. I think casting celebrities can be naff. Like, why are we casting people like Britney Spears' ex, Dylan Efron? Like, there's no need for that, you would think. And honestly, I'm going to be completely real. One of the more weird picks on the Traitors US season 3 is actually one of the best people so far, which is really weird. But I get why people don't like the celebrity casting, especially the weird picks that really are just like stunt casting. But the reality TV casting, like getting fucking Boston Rob, Tony on the trip, like these Survivor legends, these Big Brother legends, Danielle Reyes, who hasn't played a full season in like 2 decades. And yes, I know she was on Reindeer Games, but I'm fucking funny. But this is what happens when I do a face cam video. Listen, I noticed also in the first bit I was like shouting. Chill, bro. Chill. It's not. You don't need to be shouting. Anyway, so yeah. Next up, I just want to talk honestly about how dynamic the gameplay's been, where there's a lot of different things going on. I know that sounds very vague. I'm trying to be vague for the people who haven't seen it yet, but there's been some really interesting moves because there's been some really bad gameplay, and I think that happens on any season. But I think the bad gameplay has amounted to big TV moments, whereas on some seasons, bad gameplay can just screw over like likable favorites. Listen, I didn't watch the Traitors UK season 3 very closely, but I saw some things that was just a lot of bad gameplay that ended up just feeling like bullying in the early game at times. And this isn't that at all. This season overall has a very positive tone to it, a very fun tone. But these guys are here to play the game very hard, and it's brought some really fun moments. And I think that does also come down to the casting. The casting is amazing, and that's cereal glaze for Peacock, the only type of cock I'll be glazing today. And yeah, I think it's great. Honestly, I'm really enjoying the season because of that. And I don't want to say like it's better than the UK. It's just different. I think if you want to get like a more raw, like underproduced version, watch the UK. The UK, it's still very produced because the Trace is a very produced show, and that's fine because I like the dramatics of it. But realistically, if you want to watch like a more raw version, these people are meeting for the first time. Yeah, watch the UK. And if you've seen the UK, watch Australia, watch kind of Canada. That's kind of like a mix, like Trace US season 1. But it's just really fun. It's really camp. And I also want to shout out fucking Alan Cumming. I think I thought it was Alan Cummings, or it's Alan Cumming. I think Alan Cummings is someone else. He might be the guy who plays Winnie the Pooh. I feel like he's the guy who plays Winnie the Pooh. But that's a really random thing to know. But yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh and I love Alan Cumming. He's a great host. He's like he just embodies the show very well. He's Scottish though, which is a shame. But we work with it. At least he's not Irish or French. But I that It wasn't gonna be French, was it? I'm just putting my gum away. This is, you can tell I've not done this face cam video thing before. Anyway, now we're gonna get into spoiler territory. So if you haven't seen the Traitors US season 3, click off. We're gonna get into that right now. All right, so now you guys can take this as a bit of a mid-season review, right? A little. This is the spoiler time, right? So you've seen the season. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you just don't care about spoilers. But yeah, so basically, I think I'm going to discuss some similar things and some things about moments. First off, the cast still is amazing, but I'm going to talk about individuals, right? Because some of the people that we were excited for, I was excited for. Maybe you're, obviously, certain people like Housewives. I don't care for Housewives, so I'm quite happy with how this season has gone. But I understand why people want to see that Housewives on. For me, I don't really think the Housewives have provided as much as they can on like a House of Villains. I'm not a Housewives fan though, so I'm not going to understand that. If you're a Housewives fan, fair enough. I think it's great that they're bringing people from other shows, but I care more about the competitive reality people, which is why I'm so excited to see Rob. Rob is like, he's not someone that is one of my favourites, but his recent runs have really made him grow on me a lot more because he still got it. He still got it. I think Winners at War was a weird run for him where he was very likeable, but he wasn't really like. It's hard to describe. Like, he wasn't really bringing anything new, and it felt like he was tired out. He didn't still have it anymore. And then he did Deal or No. Oh my god! Whoa! He did Deal or No Deal Island, and he's done this, and he's done really well on both, which has been really likable to see. That was not a really good sentence, but it's been really fun to see because he's just a cool guy, and I think Rob's not good. He's not long for the game anyway. There was no way Boston Rob was going to get to the end and win. Because yes, Sari did in season 1, but Sari is also, she's really a social player. She doesn't seem threatening, and also she was playing on a way weaker cast. Yes, there was Cody and Rachel there, who are very good players. Well, is Rachel a good player? That's up to you. But yeah, overall, I think he's on a harder cast and he's a bigger name. So Rob is screwed, but he's made some great TV in that time. And that Bob moment, the whole blow up with the whole blah, 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 it was great. And I don't just want to focus on the reality TV people because Dylan fucking Efron is like one of the more likable people in the cast. That's crazy. I don't want to say the most. There's someone else who I want to talk about in a bit who I think I'm really likable. I might like him more though, honestly, because Dylan Efron's been amazing this season. Like, he's this just really likable guy. He's just like a fan of reality TV. It's nice to have a perspective that seems like a fan of reality TV on this celebrity cast, and it's interesting. Now, I do think there's some weak sides to him, like just the fact that he seems really connected to Rob. But I just think it's like, I think it's a good thing to be connected to Traitors right now. So obviously we'll see. He's kind of a winner pick still. I think he's getting a really good edit. So he's got a, like, he's Dylan Efron. You don't need to give him a good edit. Like, there's no reason to give him a good edit if he's not going to do well. I also really like him, so maybe that's just the reason why to give him a good edit, because he's really likable. But I don't know. Yeah, also, I do want to talk about some stinkers. Why is Ivar here? Why is Sam here? Honestly, Brittany Haynes hasn't been great so far, but I have faith she's going to step it up. We'll see. Oh my god, you can see live action yawns on these face cam vids, guys. Anyway, next up, we're going to talk about Carolyn. Carolyn's someone that I really liked on Survivor. I thought she was honestly just so relatable in ways. Like, you know, she didn't fully fit in socially, kind of felt a bit looked upon weirdly, but she always knows how to make connections and she's really smart. I'm not saying I'm smart, I don't find that relatable, but I think there's a lot of things to find relatable about Carolyn, and she is still this eccentric character that you can watch on TV, and it's not depressing in a way, even if parts of her story obviously make you feel bad for her because people mistreat her and you feel bad because it's like, I don't see why people treat her certain ways. And yeah, I think Danielle on this season, I'm going to be completely real. I think Danielle is an amazing Big Brother player, a legend. I think she's washed. Honestly, I'm sorry, Daniel. Like, I hate to say it because I think she's great, but I think she agrees. Honestly, probably there's no way you can deny that. Like, it's really bad. It's really bad. Like because I don't even think she's not like egregiously bad. She's doing good enough to the point where she's staying in the game, but it's oh my god, brother, stop fucking yawning. Stop. Because I'm in mid sentence and then I have to cut it and I can't be bothered because then they have to like cut it oh it's whatever. Anyway, Carolyn, she's just someone who I think people connect to a lot and I think a lot of people got annoying actually. People who didn't watch Survivor. So maybe they don't connect to her. Maybe I'm just biased as a Survivor fan. But yeah, now, I think some of the mistakes they made on this season with the reality TV casting, though, were casting people like Jeremy and Derek. And yeah, the problem with that is these are two players who play very smart socially. I think like Derek's not long for the game now, and Jeremy got sniped early because these guys are just too smart. Like, if you're smart, social, under the radar, you're likely gonna get sniped because they have such good reputations at playing that game so well. My God, bro, shut up. They have good reputations of playing that game so well, and that's just I don't think it's gonna go well for them. Well, obviously it didn't for Jeremy already, but yeah, overall, still very good casting. Now, I think the great moments so far, we've obviously had Roundtable of episode 6 very recently, which was very good. Episode 7 hasn't aired by the time I'm filming this. I have no clue when this video is going to go out. But Roundtable of episode 4 was also amazing. I think it was a great idea releasing the first 3 episodes in one batch because it allowed time for those 2 episodes to mellow. They seemed fun, and then episode 4 comes out. Everyone's still in it for the weekly ride, and I think that's a great release strategy. I think shows need to really keep doing that strategy. Like, weekly releases is fine, but give us like a big bit first. Like, 45 minutes or an hour, like at once, and then nothing is just it's weird in today's like age of TV. But yeah, honestly, right now I'm really enjoying this season, and I think a lot of it comes down to a good cast. And I also do want to shout out Bob the Drag Queen. I think Bob the Drag Queen's got a lot of hate on this season for things, and I think Bob deserves that. Actually, I think Bob is very fun on the season, really fits the casting, but played their part a bit too well and got kind of just set up to be this early out, and it's a shame. But I think Bob is going to be way more memorable than some of the people who are ending up getting single digits at some point, and we're not even there yet. But there's going to be like fucking like someone. Oh my god, bro. But yeah, this cast overall very good. Gameplay very fun to watch. Yeah, it's been really fun, and I really hope it continues. Why did I do that? I don't know. Well, I do love this season so far. There's 2 things left. First, I want to say my predictions. I think Dylan Efron's going to win this season as a faithful. I could see Dylan and honestly like a Gabby winning as well. Um, I hope it would just be them, but there is always a possibility like some random wins with them, like a Sam or a Tom or an Ivar. Honestly, Tom's been very funny comedy relief. I know like he's meant to be like a really bad person though. I don't, I don't know him, so if he's a bad person and I'm just not aware, um, I hope that he got what he deserved. But the other thing is, what would I do different? And I think the one thing is predictability in Traitors is the predictability in Traitors is a problem. Like, just certain like picks. Like, Rob was so obviously gonna be a traitor. Uh, no, not necessarily in terms of like because they always pick good people who don't get put as traitors because they want to have an unpredictability. But the fact Rob didn't die in the first night or 2 made it so obvious he wasn't a traitor. Like, he is such an obvious pick. He's so great, and I get why they picked him as a traitor, but you can't make all the picks so obvious. Daniel Reyes as a traitor, Bob the Drag Queen as a traitor after the problems last season with people complaining about like the peppermint stuff, which, to be fair, with Peppermint, like, I don't think the problem was Peppermint not being the traitor, because Peppermint got banished anyway. But I understand why people want to see Drag Race get better representation, which Drag Race, they should cast some more from it, because I think they really get the camp energy of the show. Because this show is meant to be camp, not this camp is meant to be show. And also, that's my knee. That's just my whole knee. I was gonna do this, but that looks zesty. Okay, so really, like, the final thing I would change is honestly just stop casting like people that yawn, people that make me yawn. Yeah, that was really what I was gonna say. No, it's kind of similar to that though. Just stop casting like people you know aren't gonna be good. We don't need Ivar. We don't need Sam. Dylan Efron's a hard one because he's one of my favourites. He might be my favourite, but it's a soul for a soul. It's a weird risk. Maybe these people are good, but Sam is such a random one. He's not even allowed to talk about Britney Spears. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's something in his contract that's like you can't talk about Britney Spears, and it's like, why is he on the show then? And it's like they're not going to include like loads of content about him talking about Britney Spears. Like, I get if they do stuff like they get people who have a controversy on like Big Brother UK and stuff, and like these shows that have like daily episodes. This show does not have time for Sam to talk about Britney Spears. He's just there every couple of episodes to say some like he actually does have some funny lines, but he just says them and then that's it. Like he just, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel about Sam. But yeah, overall, I really do like the season, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Obviously, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And yeah, that's it. Honestly, I've been Travis from Literal TV. I hope you're enjoying videos. I hope you enjoy Literal Games, my own reality series on this channel. We hosted it on video calls, and I promise you guys, it's worth it. It's been a really fun ride so far. Everyone who's watched it has said, "Oh, it's a bit of fun. You should watch it." Check it out on the channel. Some fun episodes. But yeah, that's been me. Let me know what you want to see in other videos in the comments as well, because like seriously, I I want to make stuff you guys want to see. I'm really enjoying doing videos and I want to keep doing them. So yeah, Survivor, Big Brother. I'm going to do some more Big Brother stuff soon. I've got a fun Big Brother video idea for 100 subs. So subscribe, 100 subscribers. I'll do a Big Brother video, a big one. It's a big one. But yeah, let me know how you feel about face cam videos as well. All right, bye.